In the light of the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting, the reparatory justice for the transatlantic slave trade, the UK finds itself at a historical juncture, and the legacy of slavery, deeply embedded in the UK's economic, political, and cultural development, continues to cast a long shadow over its global relationships, especially with Caribbean nations and Commonwealth countries. And the UK's reluctance to confront this issue directly, as evidenced by its dismissal of reparations discussions at the current summit in Samoa, is a missed opportunity to lead with moral clarity and responsibility. Charlie Gladstone, who was at university with me, I remember doing some plays with him. The descendant of the former Prime Minister William Gladstone, offered a constructive model for how the UK might proceed. His public apology for his own family's involvement in the slave trade and financial contributions to research into its legacy demonstrate a willingness to acknowledge wrongdoing and foster reconciliation. And the contrast between his personal actions and the UK government's stance is striking. And while Gladstone's descendants recognise the need for reparative justice, the government remains focused on present challenges like climate change, sidestepping calls for apologies or reparation. However, this dismissal ignores the intertwined nature of past injustices and present inequities, and reparations can take many forms beyond financial payments. Educational programs, official apologies, debt relief, cultural institutions that preserve the history of slaving. Engaging in these discussions would not only demonstrate respect for affected nations, but also foster goodwill and strengthen Commonwealth ties. And I feel that the King was only too keen to take this forward. A refusal to engage risks alienating key allies and diminishing the UK's moral standing on the global stage. And Frederick Mitchell, the Foreign Minister for the Bahamas, emphasises that reparations are not solely about money. They're about respect and acknowledging historical wrongs, and this echoes the sentiments of many leaders who are not asking the UK to solve its past overnight, but to begin a conversation. And the UK has a duty to heed these calls. If it doesn't happen today, it's going to happen tomorrow, not only for the sake of the Commonwealth partners, but for the integrity of its own historical narrative. As Commonwealth leaders look to the future, the UK should embrace the chance to reconcile its past. The example of Charlie Gladstone and other descendants who are confronting their ancestors' role in slavery suggests that progress, though uncomfortable, is certainly possible.